Entering the age of intelligent acceleration as the world steps into 2026, we are no longer merely adapting to technology, we are co-evolving with it. Artificial intelligence, quantum computing, sustainability imperatives, and human-centric design are converging to redefine what a project truly means. Projects in 2026 are not just about delivering outcomes, they are about designing adaptive ecosystems, systems that think, learn, and evolve alongside us. 1. The rise of cognitive automation. Let's face it, for years, when people said automation, what they really meant was robots doing boring stuff. It was about eliminating repetitive work, not thinking. But 2026 is changing the game. We've stepped into the age of cognitive automation, where machines don't just execute, they understand, adapt, and evolve. This isn't your old school script that clicks buttons faster. This is automation with a brain. Systems that can read situations, interpret context, learn from your behavior, and make real-time decisions almost like a human would. Sometimes better, let's be honest. From task automation to thought automation, traditional automation said, give me a rule, and I'll follow it. Cognitive automation says, give me a goal, and I'll figure out how to get there. We're talking about AI-driven systems that combine natural language understanding, data analytics, and machine learning to think through tasks. They can detect when something feels off, spot early risks, and even suggest creative solutions, without waiting for your input. Imagine your system noticing that a project deadline looks unrealistic, or that customer sentiment on social media is dipping, and then automatically adjusting schedules or responses before anyone panics. That's not automation. That's augmented intelligence in action. Real-world examples: AI Project Sidekick, an intelligent project assistant that analyzes team workloads, detects burnout patterns, and rearranges tasks automatically for balance and efficiency. Predictive customer support, a help desk system that senses frustration in a customer's tone, adapts its language instantly, and offers smarter solutions before escalation. Dynamic business forecasting, financial dashboards that interpret global trends, adjust forecasts, and alert leaders before the market shifts. The idea is no longer to replace people, it's to amplify them. Machines handle the grind, humans handle the growth. Why it matters: we're living in an era of information overload. Every professional, from a startup founder to a project manager, is drowning in data. Cognitive automation doesn't just speed things up, it filters the noise. It helps humans focus on strategic thinking while the system quietly manages complexity behind the scenes. This shift marks the birth of adaptive organizations, companies that can respond instantly to changes in data, markets, or behavior, without having to rebuild their processes from scratch. That flexibility is gold in 2026. The future of work. Here's the fun part. Soon, your software will feel less like a tool and more like a thinking teammate. It will learn your preferences, know your habits, even sense when you're overloaded and lighten your schedule automatically. Your meetings, emails, and reports will sync intelligently, no effort, no endless micromanagement. Work will feel fluid. The goal isn't just efficiency anymore, it's mental clarity. So, if you're thinking of starting a project in 2026, think automation, but make it cognitive. Build something that doesn't just do work, it understands it. That's the kind of automation the future is thirsty for. 2. Quantum tech and the security renaissance. Alright, let's talk about something that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie: quantum technology. Except it's not science fiction anymore. By 2026, quantum computing is slowly stepping out of the lab and into the real world, and it's making everyone, especially cybersecurity teams, both excited and a little terrified. What's the big deal? Quantum computers don't think like regular computers. Instead of using simple ones and zeros, they use qubits, which can represent 1 and 0 at the same time. It's like having a coin spinning in the air, heads and tails simultaneously, until it lands. That means they can process insane amounts of information at once. Problems that take today's supercomputers millions of years could be solved in minutes with a powerful enough quantum machine. Sounds great, right? Well, yes and no. The security shakeup. Here's the scary part. That same quantum power can break almost every encryption method we use today. The passwords, digital signatures, and banking security we rely on could become as easy to crack as a cheap padlock. That's why 2026 is witnessing what people are calling the security renaissance, a total redesign of how we protect digital information in a quantum world. Instead of waiting for disaster, smart organizations are already building quantum-resistant systems. Project ideas: you could build a quantum-safe encryption engine, a system that replaces old-school encryption with new, post-quantum algorithms that can't be cracked by quantum computers. Quantum simulation platform, Let scientists or students model new drugs, materials, or energy systems at lightning speed. Hybrid AI quantum trading bot, an investment AI that uses quantum algorithms to analyze huge datasets faster than any Wall Street firm. Quantum key distribution network, secure communication systems that use photons, light particles, to transmit encryption keys safely. If anyone tries to intercept, the key literally changes shape. These projects sound futuristic, but startups and universities are already exploring them. The big leap in 2026 is commercial viability, turning lab experiments into real-world tools. Why it matters: think of this moment as the cybersecurity equivalent of climate change. We all know it's coming, but only a few are actually preparing. The ones who invest early in quantum-safe infrastructure will be the digital survivors of the next decade. Quantum isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a trust upgrade. In a world where everything can be hacked, the ability to protect information will define power, politics, and profit. The next 5 years, here's the interesting twist: quantum computing isn't here to destroy encryption, it's here to evolve it. We'll start to see a new industry pop up: quantum trust services, firms that design, test, and certify systems to be future-proof against quantum attacks. And if you want to be ahead of the curve, start exploring projects that mix AI plus quantum plus ethics. Because the future isn't just about who computes faster, it's about who computes smarter and safer. 3. Sustainability. The new core metric. There was a time when going green was just good PR, a nice checkbox for companies to look ethical. Well, 2026 isn't that time. Now, sustainability isn't just a side goal, it's the main scoreboard. If your project can't prove that it's helping the planet, saving energy, or supporting social balance, it simply won't survive. Investors are demanding sustainability reports, customers are reading labels, and governments are tying incentives to environmental impact. In short, eco is the new economy. The shift from less harm to net positive. The old idea of sustainability was, let's reduce our damage. The new idea is, let's leave things better than we found them. This means we're not just minimizing footprints, we're regenerating ecosystems, closing loops, and turning waste into resources. Projects in 2026 are measured not just by profit, but by planetary return on investment. Cool project ideas for 2026. Here's where creativity meets conscience. AI-driven climate forecasting, a system that gives farmers hyper-local predictions so they can plan smarter, save water, and avoid losses. Blockchain carbon marketplace, a transparent platform where businesses trade carbon credits with traceable impact data, no greenwashing allowed. Urban vertical farms, IoT-controlled farms built inside cities, growing food 24/7 with 90% less water and zero transport emissions. Smart waste management systems, trash bins with sensors that sort, weigh, and report recyclable materials automatically. Renewable microgrids for communities, localized energy networks that run on solar or wind, built to power villages or small towns independently. Sustainability projects like these don't just make moral sense, they make financial sense. Green tech is one of the fastest growing investment areas globally, and by 2026, it's where innovation and profit truly meet. Why it's the new core metric: every big industry, energy, food, fashion, travel, even tech, is being judged by its sustainability score. It's not optional anymore, it's reputational survival. People want to know, where did this come from? Who made it? How much carbon dioxide did it create? What happens when I'm done with it? That curiosity is driving an entire wave of transparency tools, apps that scan barcodes and instantly tell you a product's full life story. Projects that align with this new honesty culture are the ones that will win trust. The bigger picture: here's the deeper truth. Sustainability is evolving from an environmental movement into a systems movement. It's about designing smarter, circular ecosystems, whether that's energy grids, food supply chains, or even digital platforms that recycle their own resources. We're moving from reduce and reuse to reinvent and regenerate. It's a mental shift, from being less bad to being actively good. Looking ahead, by 2026 and beyond, sustainability will stop being a category, it'll be a default expectation. Every project pitch, every funding proposal, every new product launch will need to answer the same question: how does this make the world better, not just faster or cheaper? And that's the beauty of this trend. It's forcing innovation to grow a conscience. Projects that heal, not just hustle. That's the real luxury of the 2026 economy. 4. Human experience in the mindful tech movement. Let's be real, we've been plugged in for over a decade straight. Notifications, pings, pop-ups, and endless scrolling have become the soundtrack of modern life. But 2026 is the year people start saying, enough. We're entering a new wave of design thinking, where tech isn't about keeping your attention hostage, it's about giving your mind some breathing space. This is the era of mindful technology, tools built to serve human focus, well-being, and balance, not to hijack them. What mindful tech actually means: for years, apps were built to be addictive. They tracked your every move, gamified your dopamine, and quietly drained your attention span. But now, the narrative has flipped. Mindful tech is the opposite. It reduces mental noise instead of amplifying it. It guides behavior gently instead of manipulating it. It respects your time, your focus, and your emotions. In other words, it's not trying to win your eyeballs, it's trying to help you win your peace. Real-world project ideas: AI Mental Health Companion, a supportive digital friend that checks in with you daily, helps track mood swings, and suggests simple mindfulness or journaling prompts. Adaptive Music AI creates live soundscapes that change based on your stress levels or heart rate, perfect for focus, meditation, or creative work. Smartphone Detox Mode, a phone setting that detects when you're overstimulated and automatically limits notifications, turns screens to grayscale, or guides you to take breaks. Digital Silence apps, tools that gamify stillness, rewarding you for time spent offline or in nature. Emotional UX Design Toolkit, software that helps designers build products that feel calm, using color, rhythm, and feedback loops based on psychology, not manipulation. Each of these ideas connects one simple truth: technology should enhance human experience, not exhaust it. Why people are craving this? Let's face it, modern life has become one long notification. The average person checks their phone over 100 times a day, and we're more connected than ever, but somehow more disconnected from ourselves. That's why users are now drawn to brands and apps that feel gentle. People want devices that support their rhythm, not fight it. And businesses are catching on fast. Big tech firms are hiring mindfulness experts, digital wellness consultants, and even cognitive designers to make products that feel emotionally aligned, not algorithmically manipulated. The bigger shift: the mindful tech movement isn't just about apps or wearables, it's about a deeper design philosophy, human-centered technology. We're moving from, how can we make people spend more time here, to, how can we make their time meaningful here? It's subtle but revolutionary. This shift means technology is maturing, it's learning empathy. Soon, you'll see phones that know when you need quiet time, social media that encourages logging off, and smart homes that promote recovery instead of constant stimulation. In short, tech that feels human again. The future of mindful innovation. By 2026, the market for mindful tech, mental wellness apps, focus tools, smart environments, is exploding. But the real winners aren't just selling calm, they're designing clarity. They understand that in a chaotic, noisy digital world, peace of mind is the ultimate luxury. And that's the secret: the next big tech revolution isn't faster, it's slower. It's not louder, it's quieter. It's not about what your tech can do, it's about how it makes you feel. 5. Decentralized economies and trust systems. Remember when the internet was all about sharing? Then it turned into a place where a few giant platforms owned everything: your data, your attention, even your identity. Well, 2026 is the year people take it all back. We're entering the era of decentralized economies, where power, profit, and trust flow sideways, not just top-down. This isn't just about crypto or Bitcoin anymore. It's about rebuilding trust, the one thing our digital world has been losing for years. What decentralized really means in simple terms: decentralization means no middleman. No central bank deciding value, no social platform controlling your voice, no single company owning your data. Instead, information and control are shared across a network, transparent, open, and tamper-proof. It's like turning the internet into a co-op, where everyone's a stakeholder. The key technology behind it? Blockchain, but not in the hypey, get-rich-quick way. Think of blockchain as a trust machine. It records truth publicly, permanently, and without bias. Real-world project ideas for 2026: Global Skills Passport, GSP, a blockchain-based ID that stores your verified skills, diplomas, and work history, portable across borders, no HR gatekeepers. Smart contracts for fair trade, transparent contracts that guarantee farmers and artisans get paid fairly, instantly, and traceably. Community micro-investment platform. Let everyday people invest in local startups or green projects using tokenized shares, all transparent, no middlemen. Decentralized crowdfunding hub, where creators and backers deal directly, with smart contracts ensuring funds release only when milestones are met. Data ownership wallet, A personal data vault that lets you decide who can use your data, for what purpose, and for how long, and you get paid when it's used. These projects aren't just tech ideas, they're part of a bigger social rewrite. A quiet revolution in how we define value and trust. Why it matters. We live in a world where digital trust has been shattered. Fake news, data leaks, corporate scandals, surveillance capitalism, the list goes on. People are tired of, just trust us, from big institutions. Decentralization flips that. It says, don't trust, verify. Every transaction, every vote, every certificate becomes transparent and verifiable. That's how you rebuild digital trust, not by slogans, but by math. And that's powerful. Because trust isn't just a moral concept, it's economic fuel. Without it, nothing moves. Beyond money. The social side. Here's what makes this even more interesting. Decentralization isn't only changing finance, it's changing relationships. It's giving communities a way to organize, fund, and govern themselves. Imagine artists forming decentralized labels where profits are shared fairly. Or towns running their own microgrids and paying residents in local tokens for conserving energy. Or social media networks where you own your content and get paid for engagement, not the platform. That's not a dream. That's 2026. And it's growing fast. The future of trust in a world filled with AI-generated everything, deepfakes, bots, fake reviews, trust is becoming digital gold. The next wave of projects will focus on proof of authenticity, proving that something, or someone, is real in a sea of simulations. So, if you're planning a project in 2026, ask yourself this: does my system earn trust, or just ask for it? Because the real innovation isn't just decentralization, it's decentralized integrity. When technology stops demanding blind faith and starts proving honesty, that's when the digital world grows up. 6. Education re-engineered. Let's be honest, the education system feels like it's still running on Windows 95. We're teaching kids for a world that doesn't exist anymore, memorizing facts they could just Google in 2 seconds. But 2026? That's the year learning finally catches up with reality. Forget classrooms filled with silence and fluorescent lights. We're talking adaptive, AI-powered, real-world learning that bends to each person's pace, passion, and purpose. From one size fits all to one size fits you, traditional education was built for the industrial era, to create workers, not thinkers. Everyone learned the same subjects, at the same speed, with the same tests. Efficient? Sure. Inspiring? Not so much. In 2026, the new trend is personalized learning journeys. iTutors don't just teach, they learn you. They adapt lessons to your learning style, your attention span, even your mood. If you're a visual learner, lessons turn into mini documentaries. If you're competitive, it gamifies progress. If you need breaks, it detects cognitive fatigue and slows down. Education finally starts feeling like Spotify, tailored to your taste, always recommending what's next. Learning meets life. Here's the big mindset shift. Education isn't a phase anymore, it's a lifestyle. Micro courses, skill drops, and AI mentors are replacing long, rigid degrees. People won't say, "I'm going back to school," anymore, because school will come to them. On your phone, in your workspace, inside your AR glasses, learning will just happen, in real time, as you live. Example? You're fixing your bike, your AR lens recognizes the model, and an AI overlay walks you through the repair, step by step. You just learned something practical, instantly. That's 2026 education, frictionless learning. Hot project ideas. If you're thinking about starting something in this space, here are a few ideas that could blow up. AI Mentor app. A personal life coach meets teacher that builds a unique curriculum from your goals and interests. Skill chain platform. Where verified skills are stored on blockchain, creating a global, trustable skill economy. AR vocational training. Turn construction, medicine, or repair work into immersive, hands-on digital experiences. Neuro learning dashboard. Uses EEG data to measure focus, retention, and fatigue, and optimizes learning sessions accordingly. Community learning pods. Decentralized local learning groups supported by shared AI tools, kind of like open-source education hubs. Each of these doesn't just teach, they evolve the human behind the screen. The emotional side of learning. The emotional gap in education has always been massive. Students aren't robots, but schools often treated them like they were. In 2026, empathy becomes a design principle. iTutors track stress, boredom, confidence, not to control you, but to help you feel seen. Learning becomes a partnership between human curiosity and machine guidance. The goal isn't just smarter people, it's happier learners. The future of smart education by 2026 and beyond. Expect to see education ecosystems, networks that blend schools, companies, and communities. Employers will sponsor learning credits instead of degrees. Your resume will be a dynamic profile of evolving skills, updated every time you learn something new. Knowledge stops being static. It becomes alive, something you grow, not something you finish. Big idea. Learning to learn. The most powerful skill in 2026 isn't coding, or AI, or marketing. It's meta-learning, the ability to learn anything, fast. Because when change is constant, adaptability beats expertise. And the ones who thrive won't be those who know the most, but those who can unlearn and relearn the fastest. 7. Emotional AI and human tech harmony. For years, we built machines that could think. Now we're building ones that can feel. Well, sort of. Welcome to the era of emotional AI, where technology finally starts understanding not just what we say, but how we feel when we say it. 2026 is the year machines stop being cold tools and start becoming empathetic partners. So, what's emotional AI? In plain words, emotional AI, or effective computing, means teaching machines to read human emotions, through tone, facial expressions, word choice, even micropauses in your voice. It's not about making robots cry during sad movies. It's about designing tech that responds to your emotional state. Imagine an app that hears stress in your voice and suggests a break, or a car that detects frustration and adjusts the cabin lighting to calm you down. That's emotional AI, technology with a pulse. Why it matters? Let's face it, we're drowning in connection, but starving for understanding. We talk to smart assistants, scroll through social feeds, and get seen 24/7, but rarely felt. Emotional AI flips that script. It creates tech that listens deeper, not to sell you something, but to get you to notice when you're burned out, anxious, excited, or lonely, and respond in a way that helps, not manipulates. If done right, this tech could make the digital world feel human again. Project Sparks for 2026. This space is wide open for innovation. Here are some project ideas that could define the next wave. AI Therapist Companion. A voice-based assistant that uses emotional analytics to provide real-time support, grounding exercises, and progress tracking. Empathy Engine for Businesses. A plugin that analyzes customer emotion during calls or chats, helping reps respond with real empathy, not scripted lines. Emotion-aware smart homes. Lighting, music, and temperature that shift based on the resident's detected mood. Emotional AI for Education. Systems that sense student frustration or boredom and adapt lesson pacing dynamically. Mood-based content platforms. Music, films, or learning content that evolve with your emotional rhythm throughout the day. These aren't just apps. They're extensions of human understanding. The balance question, but let's be real, this isn't all sunshine and serotonin. If machines start knowing our emotions, the ethics get messy. Who owns that emotional data? How do we ensure it's not weaponized to manipulate buying behavior or political opinions? That's why 2026 won't just be about building emotional AI. It'll be about building emotional integrity. Developers will need to bake ethics into code. Transparency, consent, and privacy won't be optional, they'll be core features. Humans and machines. Finally in sync. The magic happens when AI doesn't replace emotion, but amplifies it. When a manager uses emotional AI to support their team better. When an elderly person uses a companion robot that genuinely understands their loneliness. When an artist collaborates with an AI that feels the rhythm of their creative flow. That's not sci-fi, it's soft tech humanity. In 2026, the best tech won't be the smartest, it'll be the kindest. The deeper trend. Emotional literacy is power. Here's the real twist. As machines learn to recognize feelings, humans will need to relearn emotional intelligence, too. Because when technology mirrors your emotions back at you, you start understanding yourself better. Emotional AI might just end up teaching us how to be more human, not less. 8. The Creative Economy 3.0. Let's face it, creativity isn't a nice to have anymore, it's currency. And 2026? That's when creativity becomes the new economy. We've already seen the first wave, the Creator Economy 1.0, where YouTubers, streamers, and influencers built audiences. Then came 2.0, where they turned those audiences into businesses, brands, and empires. Now comes Creative Economy 3.0, a world where everyone becomes a creator, powered by AI, decentralization, and personalized digital ownership. It's not just about content, it's about creative ecosystems. The shift. From influencers to innovators, the influencer era was flashy, likes, views, sponsorships. But it burned people out. Creative Economy 3.0 is deeper. It's about originality, community, and co-creation. Creators won't just post, they'll build worlds. Think of independent musicians owning their masters through blockchain. Writers selling limited edition AI-collaborated poems as NFTs. Designers launching digital fashion brands that exist only in the metaverse, but still make real money. This isn't creativity for entertainment, it's creativity as infrastructure. The new toolkit, Human-X AI Collaboration AI, isn't replacing creators, it's becoming their creative partner. Artists will brainstorm with AI. Filmmakers will direct AI-generated scenes. Writers will co-author with machine muses that never get tired. But here's the twist. The real art won't be what AI creates, it'll be how humans use it. The next Picasso isn't the one who paints better, it's the one who asks AI the most interesting questions. Creativity 3.0 is all about direction over execution. The genius is in the prompt, not the brushstroke. Real project ideas for 2026. If you want to build something in this space, here's what's hot and coming fast. AI collaboration platforms. Tools that help creators build, edit, and refine ideas with AI. Think Notion meets Midjourney meets Figma. Decentralized creator hubs. Platforms where communities own part of the creative platform itself. Revenue sharing and collective curation included. Digital collectibles and micro-ownership. Systems where fans invest in early creative projects and earn returns as they grow. Creator Analytics 2.0. AI that understands audience emotion and predicts engagement through tone, color, or rhythm analysis. Experiences art startups. Brands that blend digital, physical, and emotional experiences. Think concerts in VR, poetry in AR, or NFT museums in your living room. Creativity 3.0 blurs every line between artist, audience, and algorithm. The deeper movement. Authenticity sells. We're entering an era where authenticity is the new luxury. People are tired of filters, perfection, and fake lifestyles. They crave real stories, raw ideas, and creators who sound like humans, not marketing machines. That's why the most successful creators in 2026 won't be the loudest, they'll be the most honest. The creative edge isn't performance anymore, it's presence. Culture meets commerce. Creative Economy 3.0 isn't just changing how we make things, it's rewriting how we value things. Ideas become assets. Communities become markets. Inspiration becomes currency. And as digital ownership becomes standard, thanks to Web3 and tokenization, the gap between creator and consumer disappears. You don't just watch content anymore, you own a piece of it. Imagine being part owner of your favorite podcast or funding an artist's album before it drops, and sharing in its success. That's not fandom. That's co-creation capitalism. The future of work is creative. Here's the kicker. The creative economy won't be limited to artists. Engineers, marketers, teachers, everyone becomes a creator. Your creativity will be your professional fingerprint, the thing that makes you impossible to replace. I will handle tasks. Humans will handle taste. The future won't belong to the most efficient, it'll belong to the most imaginative. Final thought. Creativity is the new survival skill in 2026 and beyond. Creativity isn't just art, it's strategy, therapy, and rebellion. It's how we adapt, express, and evolve in a world of machines. Because when everything becomes automated, the most human thing left will be to create. The project mindset of 2026. Projects in 2026 are no longer linear or isolated. They are living systems, dynamic, data-driven, and human-centered. The most valuable currency is adaptability. The question is no longer, what project should we build, but what kind of future do we want to design, and how can our projects make it real?